Does anime have a person considered to be the strongest? This is a difficult question to answer. In anime, the concept of the strongest person is often subjective depending on the story and characters. Different genres of anime typically have different interpretations of who is considered the strongest. For example, in shonen fighting anime, the strongest person is usually almighty, unrivaled, and incomparable. In slice of life or romance anime, the strongest person is often portrayed as the character who can persevere despite all odds and remain true to themselves. In mystery or horror anime, the strongest character may have the ability to protect those they care about from harm, even if it means putting themselves in danger. In some anime, the strongest person may not even be a person at all. They might be a powerful being, a supernatural force, or a deity. No matter what type of anime it is, the concept of being the strongest is subjective and each story has its own perspective. As a viewer, it can be difficult to determine who or what is the strongest in any given anime, as strength can be interpreted in many different ways. Ultimately, the strongest in anime is whoever the story deems it to be. There is no one set definition or standard for who or what is deemed the strongest. An example of a character who may be considered the strongest in an anime is Saitama from One Punch Man. As the title implies, Saitama is able to take down any foe with just one punch. His immense power and strength come from a lifetime of hard training and dedication. Although his physical strength is formidable, his mental strength and perseverance are even more impressive. He remains disciplined and focused, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Another character who may be considered one of the strongest in anime is Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. Luffy is an example of how sheer power and strength aren't always necessary to be considered the strongest. Despite his relatively low physical strength, Luffy's resourcefulness, imagination, and willpower enable him to emerge victorious in difficult battles. In addition to physical and mental strength, characters like Luffy are also able to make the strongest connections with others, providing valuable social and emotional support. Overall, the concept of who is the strongest in anime is subjective and can vary from story to story. There are many types of strength: physical, mental, emotional, and social, which all contribute to how strong a character is. It's important to recognize that strength comes in many forms and can be interpreted differently by different people. Some characters may have immense physical power, while others may rely more on emotional and mental strength. In the end, there is no one definitive answer to the question of who is the strongest in anime. Ultimately, it depends on the story and the viewer's own interpretation of strength. In some cases, the strongest character may not even be human. They might be a powerful force, a being, or a deity. The idea of the strongest character in anime can also change over time. Characters can become strong over the course of the story due to their growth, or may become weaker in the face of difficult challenges. Therefore, the definition of the strongest in anime is constantly evolving.